Well, hey there, and let's just dive right into this explainer. If you've ever stared at the massive ecosystem of digital video and thought, how on earth do I carve out my own successful little corner here? You are in exactly the right place. Today, we're taking a highly focused, step-by-step journey from a completely blank screen to a thriving broadcasting powerhouse. We're going to break down the actual mechanics of building a successful channel and give you a crystal clear roadmap you can start applying right this second. Our foundation for today is straight from the book YouTube Channels for Dummies by Rob Ciampa and Teresa Moore. Now, it's a super comprehensive manual, but look, I know your time is valuable. So we're distilling all of that extensive expertise into a punchy 8-minute strategic blueprint. No fluff, just the absolute critical steps you need to truly understand the platform and launch a channel that actually stands out. 6 billion. Think about that for a second. That is the awe-inspiring number of hours of video watched each and every month on YouTube. To put that into perspective, that's almost an hour for every single person on planet Earth every single month. When we talk about this platform, we're not just talking about a website, we are looking at a massive global opportunity to find an audience for practically any expertise, vision, or passion you might possibly have. Let's think back to a decade or so before the millennium. Sharing a video meant literally forcing your friends and family to gather around a heavy 25-inch tube television, right? If you weren't in the room, well, you missed it. But YouTube completely shattered that gatekept era. It totally globalized the viewing experience. Today, any viewer anywhere in the world can just click play on a browser. You don't need massive capital or some TV network's permission anymore to reach millions of people. So, who is this incredible reach actually for? Well, the real beauty of the platform is its accessibility. Whether you're a total newbie looking to upload for the very first time, a student showcasing some edgy short films, maybe a seasoned videographer sharing professional edits, a business pro aiming to drive product awareness, or even an entrepreneur building specialized business tools, there is a strategic place for you here. Everyone's got a brand, and this platform is the ultimate stage to show it off. Here's our roadmap. We're going to look at the YouTube phenomenon, define your channel's mission, build it from the ground up, grow your audience, and finally, dive right into the business of YouTube. Section 1. The YouTube phenomenon. Standing out among 500 million channels. Now, the entry cost to this platform is zero, which is awesome, but it does create a pretty unique challenge. How do you stand out among over 500 million other channels? The source material uses a brilliant metaphor here that we really need to highlight. 4 walls do not make a home. See, when you first click Create, your channel is just a blank template on a page. It's totally empty. How you adorn those digital walls, how you organize your playlists, the graphics you choose, the font colors, that is what makes it uniquely yours. It's what transforms a sterile template into a cozy digital home that viewers actually want to visit and spend time in. Moving on to Section 2. Defining your channel mission. Your channel is your brand. Because ultimately, whether you're a solo independent creator or a massive Fortune 500 company, you absolutely need a clear brand mission. Think of Khan Academy's hyper-focused educational approach. The crucial point here is how we actually plan out that destination. Because great channels, they aren't accidents. They are meticulously planned. First, you've got to look at the big picture. What are your ultimate goals? Second, map out the viewer's experience from the absolute second they click your page. Third, determine exactly what compelling content is going to keep them there. And fourth, establish a critical, super consistent posting schedule. Believe me, audiences can instantly tell the difference between a mediocre, haphazard channel and one that follows this deliberate blueprint. All right, Section 3, building from the ground up, customization, uploading, and discovery. This is the execution phase, the part where you make sure you actually get discovered. Because think about it, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around to hear it, does it make a sound? If you spend days or even weeks editing an absolute masterpiece and nobody visits your channel, it kind of comes to nothing. Remember, YouTube is literally the second most popular search engine in the entire world, right behind Google. You absolutely must use search engine-friendly keywords, meticulous metadata, and highly relevant tags. Your content has to show up in search results, otherwise, your digital tree is just falling in an empty forest. Which brings us to Section 4, growing your audience. From passive viewers to a dedicated community. The main goal here is transformation, turning a casual, passive viewer into an active, dedicated community member. And the metric for why that matters is shockingly simple. 2 times. Subscribers watch twice as much of your content as non-subscribers do. They get updates, they see your activity pop up in their feeds, and they really form the loyal core of your channel. This is exactly why every single video you make needs an authentic call to action asking viewers to subscribe. You're not just begging for numbers here, you're actively building an engaged community that's going to consume twice as much of your hard work. And finally, Section 5, the business of YouTube, monetization and the revenue cycle. Once you actually have that dedicated audience, you unlock the ultimate goal for so many creators, sustainable revenue. And it's really important to view this as a continuous engine, what we call the YouTube production cycle. First off, you produce compelling content. That content attracts a larger audience. Then, that larger audience generates advertising revenue. But here's the real secret sauce. You don't just pocket all that cash immediately. You take those funds and reinvest them right back into better production values. We're talking better cameras, better lighting, tighter editing, which of course helps you produce even more compelling content. It's this beautiful feedback loop of continuous growth and quality improvement. As we wrap up this blueprint, I really want to leave you with a provocative question to think about. We started today by looking at that massive, frankly awe-inspiring statistic, 6 billion hours of video watched every single month. So in that vast, endless ocean of content, what legacy will your channel leave? You've got the tools, you have the blueprint, and the platform is right there waiting for you. Now it's just about figuring out what unique vision you are going to share with the world. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to In 8 Minutes and never miss what matters.